What is going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? The ACMJ's Gamer here. Today we have a little bit of an update for Jedi Survivor. As you see now on the Steam page, nothing has changed. Nothing should have changed between now and the Game Awards. But somebody at EA messed up because they uploaded a lot of the details that fill out a Steam page before a game goes live. And we have those screen caps from over on Twitter. So, Twitter. So, as you can see, we got the release date, which is planned for March 15th of next year. Previously, we had heard rumors that the game was going to release in March, but we didn't have an exact date. Excuse me. And we know that there was going to be a trailer that's released at the Game Awards with this release date attached. So, with that being said, we don't know what exactly the trailer is, if it's just a gameplay demo, if it's a cinematic, if it's a combination of both. We don't know. But this is the release date. We also have we have three other screenshots. One of them, I believe the next one is the deluxe edition of the game, if you're interested in that sort of thing. Deluxe edition, there is no price on this, but I'm assuming if the base game is 70 or 75, this one is probably going to be about 80 or $90. But see, you can see here we have the Galactic Hero Cosmetic Pack, which is the Scoundrel Cosmetic Rugged BD, and the DL-44 Blaster. You can tell this is supposed to be Han Solo, supposed to be a little rebel camouflage for BD-1, and then of course Han Solo's blaster. And then we have the new Hero Cosmetic Pack, which is supposed to be Luke at the end of Episode 4, BD-1 as R2-D2, and then Luke's lightsaber. Now I was going to say, I don't really personally care for this one. I do like this one. I do like the skins and the different lightsabers. It will be interesting to see, because it says Rebel Hero lightsaber set. It'll be interesting to see what kind of combinations you can make with this, because in the next one, if you just pre-order the game, you get this, which is Obi-Wan Kenobi stuff. You get his lightsaber, his blaster, and his outfit. And I will say, out of all of them, I like this outfit the best. I like this lightsaber, and I do like this pistol. Now, something that's interesting to me is I do like the idea that you could take this lightsaber with Obi-Wan's lightsaber and kind of create your own thing, or even take that combination or take elements and combine with all the other ones that are in the game. Now, what I'm curious about is if the blaster is the same as the lightsaber, where if you find different versions of it by unlocking chests and whatnot, if you can actually combine parts of that one and this one into one thing. Like if you could take that handle and put it on the other one, that'd be kind of interesting. Now we're getting into COD territory. But there's one other screenshot, which is the minimum settings and the description. If you don't want to know anything about the story, this is kind of a bare bones, back of the box description of what the game's going to be. So, I'm going to read this and then we'll go through the system requirements. About the game, the story of Cal Kestis continues in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a third-person, galaxy-spanning action-adventure game from Respawn Entertainment, developed in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games. This narratively driven single-player title picks up 5 years after the events of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and follows Cal's increasingly desperate fight as the galaxy descends into further darkness. Pushed to the edges of the galaxy by the Empire, Cal will find himself surrounded by threats new and familiar. As one of the last surviving Jedi Knights, Cal is driven to make a stand during the galaxy's darkest time. But how far is he willing to go to protect himself, his crew, and the legacy of the Jedi Order? Continue Cal's journey. No longer a Padawan, Cal has come into his own and grown into a powerful Jedi Knight, carrying the memories and the expectations of the Jedi Order with him. His crusade against the Empire has only become more perilous. The dark times are closing in, and with enemies new and familiar surrounding him, Cal will need to decide how far he's willing to go to save those closest to him. Go beyond your training. The cinematic combat system returns with additional force abilities and new lightsaber fighting styles. Creatively leverage all these abilities and weapons to strategically take on an expanded host of enemies, sizing up strengths and weaknesses while clearly utilizing your training to overcome your opponents and solve the mysteries that lay in your path. Now that's interesting because they kind of addressed this with God of War Ragnarok, where you don't have any of your abilities, you didn't keep any of your abilities from the first game. And their excuse for that is, oh man, Fimbulwinter's been hard on your weapons. So it'll be interesting because in the trailer it appears that Cal lost his lightsaber at some point and is given a blaster. So it'll be interesting to see how they incorporate the blaster into the skill tree, if that's even a thing. And it'll be interesting to see how they incorporate the blaster and the lightsaber combat, if that is a thing. We don't know any of that, I'm just speculating here. Explore an untamed galaxy, discover new planets and familiar frontiers in the Star Wars galaxy, each with unique biomes, challenges, and enemies. Master new skills, equipment, and abilities that will augment the ways you explore, fight, and roam, with larger areas to explore and more to discover off the beaten path. Players who adventure beyond the horizon will find hidden rewards. Da-na-na-na. So that's the basic gist of the game. They're saying we're going to have new enemies, new challenges, new skills and equipment to upgrade, and new collectibles to find. That'll be interesting. You know, I never did 100% the first game. I did try really hard to find all of the chests. And I don't know what happened, but I still have yet to find all the chests. There's just so many. System requirements. Minimum requires 64-bit processor and operating system. Windows 10 64-bit processor, 4-core, 8 threads, Intel Core i7 7700, Ryzen 5 1400, memory 8 GB of RAM, not bad. Graphics 8 GB of VRAM, GTX 1070, Radeon RX 580. DirectX 12, network, storage 130 gigabytes available space. Golly. Sound card not required, internet required for non-optional patching, no online play. So that's minimum. Recommended 64-bit processor, operating system Windows 10, 4-core, 8 threads, Intel Core i5, 116K, Ryzen 5 5600X. Memory recommended 16 gigabytes of RAM. Graphics 8 gig VRAM, RTX 2070, RX 6700 XT version, DirectX 12, network, storage, blah blah blah, no sound card, internet. Alright, so these are all, like I said, these are all details that were leaked. It must have been earlier this morning before someone could take it down. Somebody was watching, and and they decided to upload all of this to Twitter. Whether or not this tweet will still be up by the end of the day, who knows? But it is all here in video. I don't know if this video will get striked. Who knows? There will be a lot of games at the Game Awards. I'm not sure what time it starts or ends or whatever. I am not going to be streaming them. However, I will be taking the trailers and any of the games that I find interesting, and I'll upload them to my channel. And if I upload a game to my channel, more than likely, if there's any news that comes out about it, I'll be interested in playing it, so I'll keep you guys updated on games I'm interested in. Let's see, God of War just came out, Callisto just came out, so the next game I guess I'd be excited for would be Jedi Survivor, which comes out in March. And then, of course, Starfield comes out next year, and AC Mirage just got delayed to August, we're thinking. So, in theory, it could be Jedi Survivor, Mirage, and then Starfield, unless they decide to release Starfield early in, like, January or February. That'd be crazy. But that has been the update for Jedi Survivor. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.